Hello everybody. Now in this video, I'm just going to share with you what is Form G-1450, how to use and how to fill out the form properly, and what are the acceptable credit or debit cards that you can use to pay for your application, petition, or request to USCIS. So don't skip this video. Subscribe now if you haven't subscribed yet. Click the notification bell button to get notified when my uploads and updates about the US visa, especially the K1 and the green card. Now, hello friends. Hello po, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jade. I am originally from the Philippines, but I live now in Florida. I am a K1 fiance visa filer myself, DIY. So I share my personal experience through my videos. If you go to my playlist and click K1 visa album, you'll see there videos of the processes of K1, the updates right now, especially with the new rules and regulations about the US visa and K1 visa processes. If you're now just about to come here in the US, you're done with your K1 visa process, is now in the US and ready to apply for your green card, I have an album title there, Adjustment of Status. I have videos there of how I did my adjustment of status, how I applied for my green card, the step-by-step process of how to fill out the forms, the requirements, the interview questions and the requirements, this and that. You may check my album. If you are soon to apply for your removal of conditions, I have a video there. Album title, Removal of Conditions, as I am now in the process of removing my conditions and my 2 years green card, so it'll be a 10 years green card. I will be uploading more videos there, so please check my videos. It might help you with your visa process. Now, just a disclaimer, I am not affiliated with any government agency nor working with or as an immigration attorney. I am not a professional or a legal expert. I'm only sharing based on my personal experience, my research, and my knowledge as, again, a DIY filer of K1 visa and green card to now my removal of conditions. These are all based on my personal experience, my research, and my knowledge. I highly encourage you guys to always visit the official website of the US visa. That's USCIS.gov, and the other one is travel.state.gov. So those are the official website of the US visa that you can always rely to for informations, forms, and updates about the US visa. So yes, I know a lot of you are still confused right now. Some are still actually using personal check or cashier's check as payment to their application request or petition to USCIS and got rejected. So as you may know, friends, USCIS no longer accepts personal check, business check, cashier's check, or money order as payment for your application, petition, or request to USCIS, especially when you file by paper or paper filing. Now, when filing by mail, you can pay by using credit, debit, or prepaid cards by completing Form G-1450 or 1450, the authorization for credit card transaction. Or you can make a payment directly from a US bank account by completing Form G-1650 or 1650, the ACH transaction or the automated clearinghouse transaction. So those are the two payment methods right now when you file your forms by mail to USCIS. So if you're wondering what is ACH transaction or Form G-1650, how do I use it? How do I know if I should be using Form G-1450 or the 1650. I've made a separate video already about what is Form G-1650 and how to use it. You may check the video on all of my albums, the K-1 visa album, the adjustment of status album, or the removal of conditions album. So at least you know what is it, what's the difference between G-1450 and the G-1650. USCIS cannot process your filing fee if it comes from a foreign bank. The cards that you're using should be issued by a US bank, not a foreign bank. You may pay your filing fees by using credit, debit, or prepaid cards issued by a US bank. It should be a US bank, not a foreign bank. Now, there is no additional cost to file using a credit, debit, or prepaid cards. Now, here are the list of the acceptable credit cards that you may use. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discovery Credit, Debit, or prepaid cards from the same network. Just please make sure that the card has enough money to cover the fee. USCIS may reject your application, petition, or request if the card is declined, and USCIS will not try to process your card the second time. They will only do it one time, and if it got declined, they will not try to process it again for the second time. They will only do it one time. So please make sure that you call your bank and inform them that there will be a transaction or deduction made by the USCIS. The deduction will come from the Department of Homeland Security, amounting to this specific amount or whatever application that you are trying or petition that you are applying to USCIS. So please don't forget to call your bank and tell them that there will be a deduction that will be made by the Department of Homeland Security because you're applying for your immigration benefits. Now, USCIS recommend that you provide a separate payment for each benefit request that you are submitting. There is a daily transaction limit for credit cards of $24,999.99 per credit card per day set by the Department of Treasury. Now, they allow exemption to this limit of up to $99,999.99 for H-1B registrations and petitions submitted online using one credit card. Now, just a reminder to everybody, USCIS do not support payment by gift card. So they do not allow gift cards. Now, how do you pay with card when filing by mail? Now, first is you need to complete Form G-1450 or the 1450, the authorization for credit card transaction, and please make sure that you sign the form. Second, place the form on top of your application, petition, or request when you file it. So those are the two main steps on how to pay using a card when you file your form. Now, if USCIS accept your filing, they will charge your card for the proper fee amount annotated on the form that you fill out and sign. So please make sure that you sign Form G-1450 and you properly fill out the form. You correctly fill out the form. Now, for those that are wondering, can we use multiple cards? Can we do a split payment using 2 cards or 3 cards on my application, request, or petition? Yes, you can do a split payment especially for those that do not have enough money on their specific cards. You can do split payment, and especially for those that have K2s or who has 3 applicants, you can do a split payment. Now, here's what you do. Now, when filing Form G-1450 with a lockbox or a service center, you may split the payment for one benefit request across multiple credit cards or debit cards or prepaid cards that add up to the total fee or payment required. So you have to make sure that if you split the payment into multiple cards, you put the amount correctly and that it should add up to the total payment required. Now you need to make sure that you complete Form G-1450 for each card. However, you may only use one Form G-1450 when requesting emergency advance parole from a USCIS field office. Now, in all cases, the debit, credit, or prepaid cards must be from a U.S. financial institutions. Whether how many cards you're going to use, please make sure that it comes from a U.S. financial institution. It does not come from a foreign bank. Now, you will see a charge from the USCIS on your credit card statements. Now, how do you pay exactly when you use multiple or combined application? Now, you should pay each filing fee separately. For each application, petition, or request you submit for this following reason. Now, number one, when you provide one payment for a filing package that contains more than one application, they will reject the entire application if one of the application is defective. Now, for example, if your filing package includes two forms like N400 and one of them is missing a signature, they will reject both if you provide one payment. However, if you provide separate payment for each benefit request, they will accept and complete N400 and reject the N400 that is missing a signature. And second, they are changing some technology and may use some different technology to process different requests and their fees. Now, as a result, they may need to reject your entire package if you submit single or combined payment for multiple forms. Now, if you are paying by credit or debit card, they recommend that you do not combine the fees for multiple requests on one Form G-1450. Submit the fees required separately with each benefit request that you submit. You may pay all applicable fees for each benefit request with the same Form G-1450 unless otherwise indicated in the fee schedule. Now, they may reject your entire package if you submit one Form 1450 for multiple benefit requests and one or more of the benefit requests is defective. Or you submit a Form G-1650 or the ACH transaction in the same package with Form G-1450, the authorization for credit card transaction, to split the payment for the same application, petition, or request, and you do not provide the cardholder's first name, the cardholder's last name, the cardholder's credit card numbers, the card's expiration date, or you do not provide the correct authorized payment amount or leave the payment amount blank. So those are the things that you may be rejected if you forget all those stuff. Now, here are examples on how to properly submit your payments. I will just show it right here and please read it properly. So these are all the examples on how you properly submit your payments. You can do multiple payments or multiple cards in one payment or 3 application or 4 application. You can combine Form G-1450 or 1650. It's right here. Please read it carefully. Now again, just a reminder, if your credit card declines USCIS, USCIS will not try to process your card for the second time around. They will only process it one time, and if it got rejected by your bank, then they will reject your form. Now, when they reject your form, they will send you a rejection notice. They will explain in the notice why your application, request, or petition was rejected. It will indicate in the rejection notice. So you will need to call your bank and inform your bank that there will be a deduction made by the Department of Homeland Security, or the deduction will come from the Homeland or Department of Homeland Security because you're processing an immigration benefit. So please call your bank once you submit your application, request, or petition so that your bank will not flag USCIS and decline USCIS, so that your process will just go through smoothly. So here's Form G-1450, the authorization for credit card transaction that you're going to use to fill out when you choose to pay credit, debit, or prepaid cards. Now, when you print out the form, please make sure that you are printing out the entire form correctly. The name of the form and on the bottom should be visible together with the barcode and the page number. And by the way, please make sure that you are printing the current edition date, which is right now February 6th of 2026. So for the applicant and petitioner's requester's information, you can put your name here, you, the applicant, or the petitioner yourself. So in my case, I am the beneficiary, I am the green card holder. I went ahead and put my husband's as he was when I applied for my green card. He owns the card. So we put his name here just to not confuse them. But when I applied for my removal of conditions, I used my card to pay for my removal of conditions payment or fee. So I use my name here. Whoever's name is on the card that you're going to use, you put the name here. So given name, middle name, and the family name. For credit card billing information, the name on the card, please. So give a name, middle name, and then the last name. Credit card holder's billing address. So here, you put street name, city or town, of course, apartment, state, and then the zip code. The zip code is very important as well. Now, please make sure that you don't forget to sign this form, or your application will be rejected and returned to you. So please do not forget to sign or put your signature on this form. Credit card holder, state, time, telephone number, and of course, the email address. That's very important as well. And for the credit card information right here, there's 4 boxes that you can put your credit card number. On the bottom, credit card expiration number on a month and year format, and then the CVV code. That's very important. Credit card type that you're going to use, and of course, the amount that you're going to pay. So that's it. That's it, everybody. I hope this helps you, gives you some clarity, and yeah, which ones to use, whether the G1450 or the 1650. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. You may visit my other videos. It might help you as well with your visa process, especially if you're processing a K1 visa, green card, or removal of conditions. Thank you once again, and see you again in my next video. Bye for now.